Hey everybody, welcome back to The Spot. My name is Adam Sayre, the Director of Productions here at 143 TV, and I'm joined by The Spot's co-host.
Hi, it's Jennifer Dial. Thanks so much for tuning in today.
Alright, let's get into our April 21st episode, 2026. It's time to vote, Cohasset. The annual town meeting is on Monday, May 4th at 7 p.m. in the Middle High School gym. This is your chance to make your voice heard on key decisions that will set the course for our town for the year ahead.
Warrants are arriving in mailboxes this week. The Cohasset Recreation Department will be providing childcare during the meeting for the families who need it. Register at cohassetrec.com. We're joined in the Spot studios today by Glenn Pratt. He's the chair of the Public Safety Facilities Committee. Thanks so much for stopping in today.
Good afternoon, and thank you for inviting me.
The new public safety building is a big talk around the town right now. Can you tell us why there is a need for this new public safety building?
Sure. The building that is used today for our police and fire department is on Elm Street. It was built in the early 60s, and the fire department is crowded in there, and they have some issues. But the real problem is a modern-day police department just cannot function in that building. There's not enough usable space. The building was built for a department that had 9 full-time police officers. Now we have in the 20s. These spaces are not adequate. Many of the spaces do not comply with modern-day regulations. And so the time has come, and that building can be used for some other fire functions once the police are able to get into a new facility, which is likely to be 3 years away.
Why has the cost of the project gone from $10 million to $28 million?
So the original proposal that the select board presented at town meeting a number of years ago, 3 or 4, I'm not sure the date on that, was an estimate based on some high-level consultants taking a look at the building which existed on Route 3A. And they suggested that if we bought the building, probably another $8 or so million could renovate it into a police station. What we have since found out is that, number one, the modern codes and requirements for police stations almost totally have to rebuild the structure of the existing building that's there, and many spaces had to be added on, new construction. And so construction in the municipal sector is incredibly expensive. It's almost $1,000 a square foot. Police stations are 24/7, so they're redundant systems on electric and heat and all those things like that. There has to be areas in there for weapons and ammunition and security for evidence. So everything about a police station is just expensive to build, and every day in this economy we're living in, the price just clicks up surprisingly.
So what's being asked of residents financially?
So we are coming to the town meeting on May 4th with a proposal that we've come up with over the last year of taking a hard look at the situation, that is going to ask the residents for a total project cost of somewhere in the range of $27 million. However, we still have money left from the original appropriation of $10 million a few years ago. So we're sorting out the exact numbers now, but it'll be just a little north of $20 million.
Is this going to be a debt exclusion override?
Yes, there'll be a question on the ballot, which is on the following Saturday, May 9th, to ask that this amount of money for this project be excluded. It's called a debt exclusion. So what it does is that it doesn't take the cost of financing this, put it into any budget calculation. So it doesn't affect any ongoing operating budgets for any department going forward. And once the debt is paid off, which will either be 20 or 30 years, depending upon the way it's bonded, that amount on your taxes drops off. But nowhere along the way does it affect anybody's operating budget.
Okay, so basically we're asking to take basically almost like, a car loan, ask for loan out $20 million and then you just pay it back, right? This is not coming out of any other budget in the town of Cohasset, correct?
Correct. I mean, this is in the town overall budget of things we have to raise taxes for, but it's not a line item that affects any operating department. We're about to put up what we're calling a tax calculator on the website. So residents will be able to go there, put in their address, and it'll show exactly what their taxes are today and what their tax bill would be if this proposal goes through for debt exclusion. It's looking like it's around $520 per $1 million of valuation.
There's been a lot of discussion recently about the town budget, about the school budget. Why do you think it makes sense to move forward with this project now rather than wait until we have a comprehensive look at what we need overall in the town?
Well, I would say that the time has come to change out our police station. What we have flat doesn't work, and it gets worse every day. In the amount of time since the fall town meeting when we decided not to bring our proposal then to today, just by doing nothing, the price of the exact same project went up $800,000. So the longer you wait, like everything else in life, it keeps going up. And the problem isn't going to go away, and we're going to have to do it sooner or later. There are many, many things that municipalities, Cohasset has its share of the examples that we wait, and we end up having to do it anyway, and it costs more money.
And what happens to the Elm Street location?
So at this town meeting, also, there is an appropriation for $150,000 to pay for additional engineering and architectural studies on just exactly how to renovate portions of Elm Street so that the fire department can bring some of their space requirements up to code and do things like move the second ambulance into the building so it can be used if necessary. Right now, the second ambulance is kept in a building behind the town hall. It's into a little garage back there. So it really needs to be under the roof of the fire department, so it's available for a second call if necessary. But so those are things we're going to look at. How do we get that in there? What mechanical systems have to be upgraded in the building? And what space does the fire department really need so they can become a little more of a modern operation?
Thank you so much for coming in today and speaking with us.
Great. Thank you for having me.
The Public Safety Facilities Committee is hosting a community forum on Wednesday, April 29th at 6:30 p.m. at 135 King Street. The forum will include a presentation on Warrant Article 21, the Cohasset Public Safety Building, along with an opportunity for public comment.
Residents will be able to vote on this article along with many other important issues, including town budgets, at the annual town meeting.
I'm Carson from Explosion Dance, and you're listening to The Spot.
Cohasset's youth baseball and softball are back. The season officially kicks off on Saturday, May 2nd, with the annual Opening Day Parade. The celebration begins at the Town Common, and at 8:30, players and their families will walk to the Barnes Complex for the opening ceremonies.
A heads up to drivers, North Main Street will be closed to traffic starting at 7 a.m. for the festivities. The Cohasset varsity softball team is hosting a special skills clinic for students in grades 2 through 8 on Wednesday, May 6th from 4:30 to 5:30 at Freedom Field. It's a great chance for players to sharpen their game alongside varsity athletes and coaches.
Registration is a $25 donation per player. We have the sign-up flyer on our website and social media pages at Cohasset The Spot. The town of Cohasset was awarded a state grant to develop a comprehensive restoration plan for the Gulf River estuary to improve coastal habitat resilience and water quality.
They're hosting a hybrid public meeting on Monday, April 27th at 5:30 p.m. at Wilcott Commons to present the project's goals, benefits, and early findings. And they also want to hear from community members and stakeholders about their thoughts, experiences, and concerns.
All right, we have a special guest on the spot today. We have Ginny Leclair, who's here to talk about the Earth Day cleanup on May 2nd. So, Ginny, what is going on May 2nd?
On May 2nd is the town-wide Earth Day cleanup. This is our 8th annual Cohasset Earth Day cleanup sponsored by the town of Cohasset and the Cohasset Open Space and Recreation Committee. This will take place, rain or shine, Saturday, May 2nd from 9 to 3. And this year we're going to have our location be at Town Hall. So this year, the theme for Earth Day, the global theme is Our Power, Our Planet. And the Open Space Committee is really hoping that the community residents come together and clean up the town to make it a brighter, greener place.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a great event for the community to get behind. Ginny, thanks for stopping by the spot, and we hope your event is successful.
Thank you so much.
Cohasset is joining a global movement to help biodiversity. The 2026 City Nature Challenge is coming to town. It's a massive effort where over 100,000 people across 6 continents try to find and identify as many plant species as possible in their local area.
The Cohasset Conservation Trust is sponsoring 3 events in town to get you involved. On Wednesday, April 22nd, they kick things off with an online intro session at 7 p.m. Then on Friday, April 21st, head to the Great Brewster Woods at 3 p.m. to hunt for mosses and liverwort. And on Saturday, April 25th, join the team at Barnes Wildlife Sanctuary at 10 a.m. to help identify plants and other critters that cross your path. For more details to get involved, visit cohassetnature.org.
From now through May 4th, visit the Cohasset Library to learn about the history and lore of Straits Pond and the Black Rock House. You can explore this collection of historical photos and stories anytime the library is open. This unique display is sponsored by the Straits Pond Watershed Association.
And we have an update from a high school correspondent, Sari Reyes. Sari, what's going on?
I'm back, and CHS is buzzing. With the new warm weather, many 10th grade students went down to the Holly Hill Farm on April 7th for an educational and entertaining field trip. April 10th was Mosaic Night. A variety of activities and foods representing different cultures came together for a night of diversity and fun. If you missed the event, feel free to check out Gavin Campbell's report on the event featured on the 143 TV YouTube channel. The final quarter of the 2025-2026 school year is in full swing. Parent-teacher conferences were held on April 15th and 16th, right before April break. Coming back from April break, 10th grade students will attend the NACAC College Fair in Boston. Well, that's about it for me today. Enjoy spring break. Back to you, Jen and Adam.
Thanks so much for the update, Sari. It's school vacation week, so it's a slower week for our sports teams. The boys lacrosse team is hosting the Chowda Cup tournament on Tuesday, April 21st. And the girls lacrosse team will face off against Scituate High School on Monday, April 27th at 4 p.m. on Alumni Field.
Game schedules can change, so we've got links to the most updated calendar for all the Cohasset High School games on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Cohasset The Spot. Tune in next Tuesday for a special Meet the Candidates episode of The Spot. We're sitting down with candidates running for Select Board and School Committee. Well, everybody, that was our April 21st episode of The Spot. I'm Adam Sayre, the Director of Productions here at 143 TV.
And I'm Jennifer Dial. We hope you'll tune back in next Tuesday to The Spot, which is your spot for everything Cohasset. You can find us online at cohassetthespot.com, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and 143tv.org.
Make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite platform. And thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you next time.